How's it going, everybody? This is Joe here at Underage Packers. I didn't know if you guys know this, but Jaylon Smith, just a linebacker from Dallas, signed with the Green Bay Packers this past Wednesday. There have been a lot of reactions to have, a lot I've seen on Twitter. So I'm not going to be talking about too much about those reactions today because it seems that there is really two polar ends, polar sides, polar opinions on this signing. One side that says this guy is the second coming of Ray Lewis. I cannot believe we have him on our team. And there's this side over here that says this guy sucks. It is hurting the team just by him having a roster spot. And neither of those are really truth. The truth is somewhere far from both sides, right in the middle. That Jaylon Smith isn't going to be the high notable draft pick potential that he was back in 2017 out of Notre Dame, where he met Matt LaFleur and started to build a relationship with him. But he's not going to be such a liability. He's an upgrade over Oren Burks or over Ty Summers. At least that's what it's fair to have that opinion as of now. And we'll see how he plays in these next few weeks when he actually gets on the field. He won't be playing this week at Cincinnati, but we'll see over these next few weeks once he gets some playing time how he performs. Like I said, he's not going to be a world beater. He adds depth over Ty and Oren Burks. And really that move to release Kamal Martin, especially after this past week where Chris Barnes was out with a concussion against Pittsburgh, it really makes you think, man, how bad did Kamal Martin suck for them, the Packers, to move on from him just a year after spending a fifth round draft pick on him. Well, that's just besides the point. We're talking about a different depth piece inside linebacker today. So sometimes he can be a liability in pass coverage, and I think that's where most of the overreaction from the polar waste of a roster spot side comes from. Is there's been a lot of clips, a lot of snippets going around on Twitter where Jaylon is making absolutely horrific moves, absolutely pretty bad attempts in pass coverage, and Packers fans know all too well how frustrating it is to watch an inside linebacker just be abysmal in pass coverage. Jaylon doesn't use his size or athleticism like you would expect or want him to. That would make him a really good player. But over the last 3 years, first of all, he has not missed a game since 2018, starting all 6 games the past 3 seasons, 16 games all the past 3 seasons, and he has 417 total tackles as well over those last 3 years. So he has the stats to back him up. Like I mentioned earlier, the Packers inside linebacker room, they have 2 starters, 2 solidified starters. He's not going to be taking over the job anytime soon. I'd be pretty shocked, and it'd take quite a bit of a few good games on his resume to earn that starting spot over any of these guys. Maybe he eventually earns himself some more playing time, some more substitutions, but Devondre Campbell and Chris Barnes are pretty solidified in their 2 inside linebacker spots. However, I do think that Joe Barry's defense might present a really interesting opportunity for Jaylon Smith to be put in for a specific substitution, specific opportunities that they think he'd be a great fit for, maybe passing downs. I can't tell you what Jaylon is specifically best at, but maybe there's something they see in there that they have a weak spot between their 2 starters that Jaylon would be able to help. And the Packers, they ran 3 inside linebacker sets a few times against the Pittsburgh Steelers, even with Chris Barnes out. So we'll have to see down the line here. I say that as if we're in the middle of the season. We're only here at week 5, but we'll see eventually if Joe Barry wants to run out more of those 3 inside linebacker schemes now that he has 3 starting ability inside Packers. Outside of inside linebacker, interestingly enough, a very interesting opportunity is presented to Jaylon with Zadarius Smith out for more than likely the rest of the regular season, and then hopefully he's back in time for the playoffs. And then an injury that might be kind of swept under the rug is outside linebacker number 4/3, Chauncey Rivers, also going to be out for a while. He was placed on IR yesterday. So now the Packers have Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith, who are two very well starters, very well fit starters at outside linebacker at the edge position. But after that, if unless they wanted to elevate Tippett Galley, Jonathan Garvin is the Packers' only pass rusher, only edge defender, I should say, outside of those two starters. Really weak depth there. Chauncey Rivers was getting a lot more playing time than expected these last few weeks. So those guys, Jaylon, possibly he's a big dude, 6'2", 245 pounds. That's a kind of a big size for inside linebacker. So we'll see if they want to use him. Like I said earlier, in specific situations, I think he'd be a pretty good pass rusher. We'll see though if they want to play him at outside linebacker if they think he has that ability. And although I think you should calm yourself, calm your expectations, or have more of a level-headed take on this Jaylon Smith signing with the Packers, Cowboys are paying most of his salary. I understand why they cut him, but change of scenery move, new defensive coordinator, out of Mike McCarthy's reign, really Jerry Jones' reign. We'll see if Jaylon Smith can build himself a new life in the NFL with Green Bay after not having the best of times in Dallas these past few years, even after earning a contract extension. But it should be fun to see. Hopefully, Jaylon can find himself a solidified role on this Packers defense. But that's all I got for you today. Let me know your thoughts on Jaylon Smith coming to the Green Bay Packers defense with Joe Barry. Follow us on all the social medias here at Underage Packers. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Me and Big B will have our preview episode for the Packers Week 5 match against the Cincinnati Bengals out tomorrow. So make sure you're on the lookout for that, and we'll see you later. As always, go Pack Go.